Hello everybody and welcome to our Anaheim 3 race preview, but we are also going to be reviewing or talking about the last race that happened, the Triple Crown in Glendale, Arizona. We are riding an Anaheim 3 replica. Honestly, I haven't seen what the track is going to look like here for Anaheim 3, so I can't say that if this is accurate or not, but we are going to ride it, and y'all could tell me in the comments if this is accurate. This is made by TY Moto X53, so if this is your track, let me know down in the comments as well. I would like to know who you are because this seems like a pretty good track so far. Anyway, Anaheim 3 coming up here. Glendale the first Triple Crown of the year. Glendale is now in the books. If you've been watching if you've watched every video, little preview video / race review video, and you don't know, every week on the Monday after the race, I review the race that just happened over the weekend, and then I preview the race that is coming up, which will be Anaheim 3. By preview, I mean I make my picks. That's about all I mean by preview. And yeah, so we're gonna talk about Glendale here. Also, if you do know, I usually ride as a 450 rider, but I wanted to ride. Here's Christian Craig, because he was a part of the biggest talking point that came out of this weekend from the Triple Crown, which was an incident that we will get into. But first, touch on the 450s here because that won't be long. Eli Tomac breaks the streak of new winners. He becomes the first two-time winner of the year. Oh man, this is getting kind of dangerous here. Eli, as we know, his Januaries are usually trash. Like they're like, no disrespect to him, but they're not as good as his March and April. So for him to be doing what he's doing right now in January, which, well, it's February now, but his January was pretty good. But for him to be doing what he's doing right now is pretty scary for the competition. It usually takes him like 4 or 5 rounds before he gets a win, and it took him 4 rounds this time. But still, when he has won early, he's been not very consistent. Like even 2020, his championship year, he wasn't very consistent until Anaheim 2 when he got that win, and then he went to the Triple Crown and got second in 2020, and then it took off from there. He's been pretty consistent, other than A1, a normal A1 Tomac ride. He's been pretty good. Like round 2, he was 4th. He's just been getting better. So I'm not surprised that he's the first two-time winner. What I am surprised right now is Cooper Webb. I made a video after Anaheim 2 that he's struggling, and he is struggling hard right now. Like Cooper Webb got a good start in one of the main events, and I automatically went, well, he's gonna win this race, and he just went backwards. This is not the same Cooper Webb that we've seen. Not even in 2020. 2020, he was gonna win that championship had he not almost died in Arlington. So yeah, this is pretty scary here. Like Eli, I think he's got an 11-point lead right now, but don't quote me on that. But yeah, this is getting scary for literally everyone here. I'm leaning towards not picking Webb. I still have Webb for the championship. I still believe somehow he will do something here. But this is getting very scary right here. Chase Sexton coulda, shoulda, woulda here in the first main event. Had all kinds of rookie mistakes in the first main, which costed him, I believe, the overall. Same with Anderson. Great second main event, and then great first main event, and then the second main event, he was riding really good. He was sitting in second, and then he landed on that tough block right there, and that was pretty much it for Jason Anderson on the night. But that third main event for Jason Anderson was absolutely incredible. Like, that was very San Diego-ish right there. He's just moving through a guy. I think he passed like Chase ended up winning the third main event, but he got past Malcolm and Tomac in literally like a straightaway at the same time. It was pretty incredible. I believe Jason will challenge him. I believe Anderson or Tomac, Anderson, and Sexton will be top 3 in the points at the end of the year. The way they're going, Chase Sexton, that was just unfortunate. Like I said, rookie mistakes costed him a win. And like I said, tough block costed Anderson a win. And it allowed Malcolm Stewart to get his best career finish. Yeah, I believe that's his best finish in his career, which was a 2nd place overall on the night. He just did that on consistency. Tomac won the first 2 main events pretty easily, and then I think he pretty much got into 4th or 3rd or wherever he was and just settled there. Like, he knew he had the overall, especially with Chase and Jason having their issues in their main event. My goodness, I keep crashing right there. I think he knew that he had it, so he didn't fight. Tomac could have easily went 1-1-1 there, but smart ride by Tomac right there. Like, dude, this is the Eli Tomac that we should have been seeing in 2018, 2019, and we didn't even really see it in 2020, in my opinion. Like, yeah, he got wins, but it wasn't like this. And the fact that, I don't know if this is just him saying it, because we've heard Barsha say this, and we know Barsha wasn't really telling the truth here, but like, we've heard Barsha say it with JGR and the other Yamaha, is that it's the best bike he's ridden ever. I don't know if Eli's just saying that to get everyone excited. I don't know why he would not say that. But if that is actually the case, and these boys are in trouble here for 2022, and maybe Eli Tomac will be a 2-time champion here. Who knows? Anyway, Dylan Ferrandis, I know a lot of people were wondering what happened to Dylan there. On Instagram, he did say that he had a crash, and it was basically after the whoops, you go over that little double, and then you get back on the track there. He actually went over the bars really hard on that double, and man, that was going to be a good race too for him. And my goodness, his starts are horrible. Like, no disrespect to him, but his starts are absolutely terrible. That's all he needs at this point. All Dylan Ferrandis needs is a start, and he'll be okay. Ken Roxon was kind of quiet all night. He was actually so quiet that I don't even remember where he finished. Like, he was barely on TV. And that's all I have here for this class here. Like I said, nothing really happened in this class. Like I said, I'm happy for Malcolm to get a good finish finally, a podium here, trending well for a win. And yeah, that'll do it here for my 450 talk, which is good because we got a lot to talk about for the 250s. First of all, Michael Mosiman. Let me talk about him real quick. Crashed in the first main event off the start, and I believe he came back to 10th in that one. And then good second. I don't remember where he was second main event, but he was up there. He might have been second or third. And then what happened? Oh yeah, he had the big crash on the tunnel. The tunnel jump, he went over that, clipped it, and went down. I don't know if I like tunnel jumps in Supercross, because stuff like that can happen. I mean, we saw, I don't think this has anything to do with the tunnel, but we saw McAdoo last year die on a tunnel jump, come back to life and get third. We've seen Barsha's had a big one on the tunnel jump in 15. Like, I feel like they're a little bit dangerous Um, Especially like on a 250, like they're clipping it. Every time they clip it, I go, ooh, like I feel that. Like, can you imagine crashing down that thing? Oh wait, Cameron McAdoo can tell you all about that, and Barsha can tell you all about that. Personally, not a fan of those things. They do mix it up. I did like this track though, not as much as I did San Diego. San Diego is probably my favorite track right now of the season, but hey, Anaheim 3 could change that. Yeah. Joe Shimoda finally got a podium, and Hunter Lawrence finally got a win, but as I'll talk about here in a little bit, the biggest talking point with Craig and certain smart top rider, I believe he got that a little bit handed to him, but he was consistent. He was very consistent, but hey, Craig doesn't, Vince doesn't do Vince, then Craig wins the overall. I hope that made sense right there. So yeah, Hunter Lawrence with the overall. Finally, maybe this gets him in the right headspace and he can go win another one. Second career win, gets a Triple Crown win in his first try. And yeah, now we get to it. The biggest talking point of the weekend. I want to share my thoughts on this, and I want to share what other people have said about this, because there's a lot here. There is a lot to unpack. Second main event, Vince Freezy and Christian Craig come out 1-2. I believe Freezy was in the lead, and then they were side by side before they go under the stadium there. Basically under the stadium, Freeze plows Christian Craig. Craig goes flying, similar to like he did at Anaheim 2 in 2020, and yeah, that was it for Craig's overall right there. And my goodness, there is, just like last week with Anderson and Roxon, this one is totally worse than Anderson and Roxon, okay? Like, this one's totally worse, but one of the things I saw right here, and I want everyone's opinion on this, everyone said, well, Craig had it coming to him. Like, Craig's not alone in this, because Detroit 2017, in practice, this is when Craig rode the East Coast. Alex Martin got in his way in a fast lap, and on a fast lap, Alex Martin got in Craig's way, and Craig, before the finish line, punted him, and Alex Martin was lucky not to break his back. If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, go search up Christian Craig, Alex Martin. Yeah, that was bad, and so was Glendale. Vince Freeze is a complete idiot right here, and I went on Twitter after that all happened, and Kellen Brower, my boy Kellen Brower, I've never met him, I'm sorry, but Kellen Brower, I think, summed it up for everyone else. He said, why did that have to happen? And I'm sure a lot of people who support Christian Craig and actually want to see him get this title, which I don't think he's gonna get the title. Sorry to all you Craig fans who probably believe it. I don't think so. I think Hunter Lawrence will catch up to him here. But just say, okay? So Craig got third. No, he got second overall. So second overall. That's 3 points he lost, I believe. Imagine he loses the championship by 3 points. If he got second, I believe he did get second. Imagine if he loses his championship to Hunter Lawrence by 3 points. I mean, then Vince Freeze possibly just costed Christian Craig. I know it's not over yet. Craig can come out and blow everyone's doors off in Anaheim 3, their last West Coast race, until we get to see the man Jet Lawrence ride. East Coast is going to be very interesting, but yeah. Can you imagine we get down to Salt Lake and Craig loses the championship by 3 points here? Because all Christian Craig needed to do, he was going by Vince Freeze there. Maybe not in that term, but he was going by him. very soon. Maybe a few turns after that, like he was just gonna blow by Vince over the tunnel jump or something, like down that long straightaway. He was going by Vince, and if he blows by Vince there, he sweeps the night, like he sweeps the Triple Crown right there. If that doesn't happen, in my opinion, oh my, like if Christian Craig loses his title now because of that, and it's not over. Like I said, Christian Craig can go and blow everyone's doors off at Anaheim and sweep Anaheim, but my goodness, if he loses his title after over that, that was the dumbest move I've seen all year long. Vince Freezy is an idiot, and we've seen it a lot with Vince Freezy, and nothing gets done. Literally nothing gets done. Literally nothing. Like what? I'm like dumbfounded of how, like, I'm actually a little bit more okay with it because he's the rider that we need in this. Vince Freeze is the rider we need in the sport, and here's why. And everyone's gonna get pissed at me here, but here's why. Because he's bringing the 90s back. Like, he is the closest thing we have to the 90s. The 90s, that's all it was. So I don't understand, like, why people are so pissed at this kind of riding. And you know why they're pissed at it? Because it's their favorite rider, Christian Craig. If that was anyone else, say that's a 450 class right there, and he does that to Alex Ray, nobody has a problem with that. Because it was Christian Craig, and because it was the points leader, everyone's pissed about it. Like, Vince Freezy is what we need here in this sport. Like, hey, if that was Jet Lawrence, I don't think he's taking, like, I don't like Vince Freeze because he cross-jumps people. Cross-jumping is an absolute no-no in this sport. He did it a few times. Like, the dude here, like, he is, I'll show you in this next rhythm section what he's like. But, like, he is a damn squid out there. Like, I enjoy the kind of dirty ride. Like don't go in, like he is, like, this side, and then he goes to this side, and then he goes back to this side. Kind of like that. He's a damn squid out there. I enjoy the dirty riding, though, because it's an element that we haven't really seen since maybe the 90s. I heard about that a lot. Like, but cross-jumping is absolute no-no. And in my opinion, y'all could roast me for this. So Christian Craig got out front very quickly there in the first main event there, and Hunter Lawrence got behind Freezy, and mind you, if Hunter Lawrence gets by Freezy there pretty quickly, like in that lap, I think Hunter Lawrence challenges Craig right here and we have a battle. Like, that's just my opinion. Y'all could roast me for it, but that's what I think. But yeah, Vince Freezy, as far as I know, he is on probation, but Will Hahn said it, and I kind of agree with him. Everyone's kind of acting like Vince Freezy, this was like the first time Vince Freezy ever did this. Like, he's done this his whole entire career. Like, if it was once or twice or something, like, I'd be like, like, maybe. Like, if this was Ken Roxon doing it, say, or Hunter Lawrence doing it, I wouldn't be that pissed, but we've seen it so many times. And I mean, there's even a viral video out there of Pike beating Freezy's ass in A1-16. Like, this has got to stop. This has to stop right now. Like, I don't know. The AMA is not gonna, other than probation, the AMA is not going to do anything, in my opinion, because the AMA is not a professional organization, in my opinion. But we need to do something here, like. And Craig, his retaliation there in that main event, with just stuffing him in the corner, perfect. Like, I would hate to see Christian Craig lose his title because he's worried about a certain rider, you know? Like, imagine he blows Freezy out there, and then he blows himself out, and the bike breaks. Like, Freezy's an idiot. Hey, it's kind of funny. I'm riding as Craig, and then Freezy is number 62 this year. How ironic. But yeah, Freezy's a goddamn idiot, and yeah, that's all I have to say about it. I don't have much else apart from that. Yeah, I don't have much else apart from that. Anaheim 3. Like I said, I don't know if this is the actual track map, but if this is actually the track map, it's pretty interesting. I haven't looked at it yet. I only looked at it when I created this thumbnail, which I have not created the thumbnail yet as of filming this, but yeah, Anaheim 3, last West Coast race until we get the East Coast boys. So, I believe next Sunday, before Anaheim 3, I believe, I will have an East Coast preview out. So, maybe I'll have it out. I'm going to shoot for Saturday, before practice. I'll have an East Coast preview out. And then we will do our normal... it'll only be like a A3 race review. It won't be mini or I don't know. We'll see. I'll probably have my East Coast preview out later this week, and then I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for Anaheim 3. If we're gonna do a Minneapolis preview or just Anaheim 3, we'll see. Y'all will see next week. Anyway. Anaheim 3 wise, last West Coast race, I'm gonna have to pick Hunter Lawrence for 2 in a row. I think he gets to start. I think this Triple Crown win helped his confidence. 450 wise, I think maybe Chase Sexton or Tomac, one of the two. Maybe Anderson. Anderson, in my opinion, is faster than Sexton, so Anderson probably I'm gonna go with. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. I want to hear your thoughts on the Freezy incident, Craig Freezy incident, in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you later this week. Later. Oh yeah, go check out my drumming video down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.